So, how can we come into balance? How can we balance the the forces in our life? How can we make balanced decisions and choices? Well, we. It looks to me like we have forgotten to take it step by step. There is this there is this obsession with quick fixes, finding some kind of a solution that will remove the stress of having to balance your life. And there are people selling, these these ways, let's say, on the internet or whatever. People are selling techniques. Start this diet. Do this exercise. Um, without taking into consideration, without thinking about how unique each person is. So maybe if something works for some guy, maybe it's not gonna work for you. So if you're someone like me who deals with extremes, should I see the world as black? Should I see the world as white? You know? Then practice the gray a little bit. What I mean, to be a bit more concrete and not so airy-fairy. Um, let's take an example of should I work out or should I not work out? So let's say somebody wants to start working out, and they find this cool workout on the internet. It's like get abs in 4 weeks, get this body in 4 weeks, in 5 weeks, and people just fall for this, but and they start with day one, 100 push-ups, 10-mile run. Day two, 100 sit-ups and 10-mile run. um, and then the third day comes and people are tired and they wonder why they are tired, and then they quit, and then they feel bad about themselves. Oh, I don't have the power to work out. So they stop and they don't work out, and then they get fat, and then they want to work out again, and they jump between these two extremes. uh, how about you start with a little bit? Start with 10 push-ups and going for a 20-minute walk, and then just repeat it again the next day. And if something happens and you can't do it one day, let's say it's raining outside and you can't go for a walk or a run, relax, man. You can do it the next day. We need to build consistency. And this, you can implement it in any sphere of life. I remember once I was worried about, should I make more money or should I not make more money? And then my mind was grappling with the extremes of, yeah, I want money, but I don't want to work. Or no, I don't want money, and I should just be happy with having no money, for example. But how about you start with a little bit of work? Maybe find something part-time. Maybe find something seasonal. So we can use the power of our mind because our mind has a very strong influence over us. It gets really intertwined and mixed up with our emotions and something that happened to us. So we tend to make decisions out of the mind that are too difficult for us to deal with. So my point with this is that we can use that same energy, the energy of the mind, to do a bit of research and find a little balance. For example, you don't need to sit down and meditate for 2 hours every day, you know? I mean, you can do that if you like, but you can start with 10 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. And you can use your mind to, and with logic, to put a little timer on your phone of 5 minutes. And then you can just do that one little step. And then you will see, you will feel better with yourself after. And then it's like you did it for that day. But then it's not enough to just do it once. Do it again the next day. No, it's 5 minutes. It's not so much to ask. So get comfortable with the idea of balance. Get comfortable with the idea that we don't need to put a lot of effort into our life and make things difficult for ourselves. But also the opposite extreme of we can just take it easy, we don't need to do nothing, all good, bro. Extremes. Do a little bit of effort. Take that thing that you are thinking about and apply it to your life with a little bit of measure. There's an old Greek saying which says pan metron ariston, and it means measure in everything. You know, you can allow yourself to have 1 glass of wine, mate. But if you restrict yourself and you're like, no, I'm not gonna drink anymore, then what happens? After maybe a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of years, you drink a whole bottle because you've been missing it so much. So, you know what I mean? Like, allow yourself a little bit of something. People wonder why they can't give up addictions. I'm gonna stop smoking. Smoke 1 cigarette. You don't need to aggressively quit and then, you manage it for a month and then you just fall right back into it after because you've been stressing yourself or you've been missing something so much. I'm not gonna eat sugar anymore. And then you eat a whole cake after 6 months of depriving yourself of the joy of a dessert. Have 1 piece of cake. Relax. But if you see yourself going for 3, 4 pieces of cake, like, wait a minute. Relax. So we see that it's very easy to bring balance. Be patient. Do a little bit of something. Be patient with yourself. And then repeat the next day. And repeat the next day after that. And slowly, slowly, you build a momentum. A momentum, a beautiful momentum of nice, calm, stable, consistent rhythm throughout your life.